What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Nerdy Narrative. My name is Leslie Smith, and today I am just going to have a little bit of fun showing you all of the books that I hauled for the month of April. So as you're aware, it's not that easy to get your hands on a book these days. There are some books that I ordered that literally took 4 weeks to get here, and there were some that somehow got here in a couple of days. It's just kind of up in the air as to when you might receive something you ordered. I spread the wealth. I get some from Goodwill, I buy them used off eBay, we'll get them at the used bookstore, and then Amazon. I just really kind of float around where I buy stuff, so I don't have any set place that I go to purchase books. So the first pickup that I got the Martian by Andy Weir. Or Where? I'm not sure. This one came on my radar because it's one of the challenge books listed for Team Valor for the Bookymon readathon that I'm going to do for May. I'd heard of the movie. I didn't realize there was a book, but I have seen nothing but really good things said about this book, so I'm looking forward to getting into this one. This is my Goodwill pickup. It is Wicked Lovely by Michelle Marr. This one I really got as a joke. So the story behind this pickup, I was watching Taya's video on her thrift store haul a few weeks ago, and she got this book and she was reading the back of it. So for the synopsis, it lists 3 rules. Rule number 3, don't stare at invisible fairies. Rule number 2, don't speak to invisible fairies. Rule number 1, don't ever attract their attention. Well, that really just stuck out to me. So I left her a comment on her video, and I was like, wait a minute, how do you stare at something that is invisible? And it just sparked this whole really hilarious exchange between the two of us. As soon as I watched her video, I ordered a copy, and then when it came in, I tweeted her and I was like, oh yeah, this is happening. So I have to know what this story is. So she hit me up and she's like, hey, do you want to read this one together? And I was like, absolutely. So we fully intend to basically roast this book together, and we're also a little scared that we might actually love it. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Because I do believe it's a pretty extensive series. So more on that to come. Finally, I got Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson in. Angela from Literature Science Alliance and Ramsey from Rajathon both recommended I read this book next after The Way of Kings. So I finally got this one. I did get it secondhand from, I believe, someone off eBay. I loved The Way of Kings so much that I have determined Brandon Sanderson is going to be someone I'm going to read everything he puts out, and I want them in hardback edition. So I was looking around, I found this used copy. It looked to be in really good condition. I mean, it does, the pages are pretty yellow, so it looks like it might have been stored in someone's garage or attic. No big deal, just gives it character. Really looking forward to reading this one. Okay, next up I got 2. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I am a huge fan of Roberta Bombinato. Roberta Bombinato is an independent author I met a few months ago when I first started my channel. She messaged me and asked if I would be interested in reading her book, Blind Sympathy. And I said yes, and I absolutely loved that book. And after I read it, I decided I was going to go buy some more of her books along with my own copy of Blind Sympathy to have. And so she happened to message me like right as I was sitting on my couch one morning putting them in my cart, and she says, no, wait, so don't get Unconventional Family yet, because in April I'm going to release a 2nd edition along with its sequel. So I decided to wait. Where I made a mistake is on April 3rd, when the 2nd edition Unconventional Family was released, I was doing something, and so I asked my husband to buy the book for me, and so he did. He accidentally got the first edition copy. Perfectly fine. And so on April 17th, I got its sequel, An Unbreakable Family. So yeah, If you haven't checked out Roberta Bombonato, you definitely should. I'm gonna link her below. Next up, I got The Poppy War by R.F. Kwang. Ooh, I don't know how to say her last name. One of the challenges for the Book You Mind Readathon is to read a book by an Asian author or about Asian culture and mythology. And when I saw this one fit the bill, I was only too happy to move this one up on the list. I saved the best for last, friends, and that is Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson. I am so stoked to read this book. I have been ready for this book as soon as I put down The Way of Kings. I want to know if it is going to be as good as The Way of Kings. A new channel that I've been watching pretty religiously is Mike's Book Reviews. I will link him below. I was watching his live stream when he hit 7.5k subscribers. He did a live stream, and I want to say someone asked him about I think they asked him about his favorite Sanderson book, and he mentioned this title right here. So that really, really hyped me up to read this book. I cannot wait. So those are all the books I have hauled for the month of April. I am so very excited to get into these. It is such a fantastic time to be a reader. Thank you so much for visiting my corner of the world today. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.